Hi guys, good morning. How are you? Welcome to the channel. This is Engelgeist. My name is Daniel. I am here to do your daily forecast for, are we on Saturday the 25th, right? Yes, because today is the 24th. I didn't write down the cards for yesterday. I swear to God, this pandemic has got me all shook. Not shook, but like just off kilter. So yesterday we had those beautiful cards. I want to say one was called Triumphant Success, and the other was Moonbeam Something Waterfalls, which was all about our emotions and our intuition. There was definitely this play on the Archangel Gabriel. I don't know why he was coming through. It was the horn that was in the first card. I felt like he is the Archangel of inspiration and reconciliation. Today, because today is actually Friday the 24th as I film this, you guys, I hope you did contact or, had a conversation with your archangels or with Gabriel, and brought him into your life and let him start about inspiring you to find some sort of reconciliation. Now, moving forward, we're now looking at Saturday the 25th. This is a daily forecast for the general energy of the greater collective, so this is a timeless message. It's available to all at any point in time when you watch it. It does not have to be the 25th for it to be valid. If you see it at a later date, it could have some meaning or some impact in your life where you're at in this moment as you're watching it. So stick with the video just in case it doesn't match up to the actual date that it was created. For those of you that want to support my channel, you can follow me on Instagram at Engelgeist333. You can follow and like my business page on Facebook. All of that stuff is linked in the upper right-hand corner of the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've been trying to build subscribers there for over a year now, and it's been challenging, but I love the YouTube platform, and if you like, subscribe there, hit the notification bell. I do live events and all of that. And then if you wanted to do a monthly subscription, which I'm so dearly appreciative of all of my monthly Patreon subscribers. I have quite a few. I just recently got my Zoom account together, so we're going to start doing classes and things like that for some of my Zoom subscribers. But you can go to patreon.com, Patreon, and look up Engelgeist333. You can see what the subscription levels are there. At the earliest or lowest subscription level, you actually get this daily forecast a day early. Hence why I'm taping this on the 24th, even though it is for the 25th. So let's get into the energy and see what's going on. We had a lot of chakra cards this week, which is great. It means that I believe that we are spiritually evolving and growing as long as we're getting out of our own way and allowing that to happen. So, and that includes me as much as it includes anybody. I am no expert on any of this stuff. I have my own work and, challenges that I deal with too in my life. This is a broad spectrum reading for many people, so if these cards don't fit for you, don't take it personally, and don't think that you're not doing something correctly or that you're in a wrong place. You're not. You're just on maybe a different trajectory that maybe you might be vibing somewhere else, working on something else. There's plenty of other wonderful readers out there that you can find on YouTube that might be able to carry messages to you at this time. And this message, like I said, it may become of value to you at a different time, okay? So this is for, the greater collective and the highest good of the greater collective. So let's see what's going on for this Saturday, which would be the end of our week. And our end of our week energy was that Triumphant Success card, right? Which was that Ace of Swords. Okay, so we have the purple border, which to me is Spirit. This is the Three of Wands. This is called Partnerships and Alliances. And to me, I've had this card come up before, and what this makes me think about is the idea of us coming together at the end of the week and really finding true appreciation for the people we have in our lives and the things that are going on around us. This is about sort of crossing borders, I feel like, when I look at this card. This card to me is about sort of being of support and balance with like those around us that need it. And doing it from a deeply spiritual level, right? Doing it from a level that feeds us and nurtures us. We had that also yesterday in the Six of Wands that we saw yesterday, which I believe was called I can't remember the name of it. It was something success, but it is this sort of spiritual energy that's running at the end of this week that I feel like we're walking into. And that is also tied into that sacral chakra that we saw on Sunday and that throat chakra, right? If we're working on those emotional centers and we're communicating those emotions and we're clearing out whatever needs to be let go of, we're making ourselves more available, not only to ourselves spiritually, but to those around us to be able to be of a true support or to take support from others, right? Sometimes asking for help in times of need or worry is hard for us to do. We sort of have this expectation upon ourselves that we're supposed to be able to figure this out. This card to me says that we're not supposed to do this alone. If anything, this pandemic is supposed to be showing us that we need to be growing together spiritually and supporting one another, you know, regardless of gender, regardless of skin color, regardless of sexuality, regardless of, you know, ethnic heritage or socioeconomic background. This is about us kind of coming together as human beings, right? And acknowledging that. Three of Cups is always about celebrations. I am going to go there with this card. I don't necessarily know that the Three of Wands pertains to a celebration, but to me, this feels like celebrating your brother man, celebrating yourself also in the process by being there for someone else in a way that helps you feel more connected to, you know, the human race, the human experience. We are all experiencing this in different ways, but yet we are experiencing it collectively. Some of us are having much harder times of it than others, right? Some of us have lost our jobs, some of us are in a lot of fear, and then there's those of us that might be able to sort of assist them, help them out of that fear. And I don't necessarily mean like assisting them by, you know, finances or anything, but just by through spiritual support, just by being an ear, being a friend, smiling at somebody on the street is simple enough. It's so strange. Like when I go out into the world right now to shop in the grocery store, like about half, I would say at least 50%, if not more, people have masks on their face. We can't even smile at each other. So I wave. Because I feel like that wave is so important right now, just for the spirits of all of us, because there is something happening to our psyche in the midst of this as a populace, that we need to not lose faith in the fact that we are still bonded together, we are still connected, we are not each and every one the enemy, right? We've lived that way in decades past, hence holy wars and religious, you know, sort of, how do I want to say this, like controlling people through religious fear, things like that. We've, you know, race wars, all of these things that have sort of held us back from like bonding and coming together. And to me, this card feels like it's actually about time that we sort of take this experience, as negative as it may have been, and allow it to sort of bring us closer. Yes, we might need to socially distance ourselves right now for our own safety and security, but we're also socially distancing ourselves for the security of the person that's next to us or 6 feet away from us, right? So we're supporting them too in being responsible for our own health and their health too, right? And I think that all of this stuff is going to change and pass, but we really need to shift our perceptions about how we see our other half or our brother man, or and where we fit into that picture, okay? And be communicating that, be feeling that through that sacral, be communicating through that throat. That triumphant success, which is also the end of the week card, is that Ace of Swords. It's a new, inspired way of thinking that's coming up from us, and we're utilizing it to bring light and intelligence into the world that we maybe otherwise didn't have before. We might have been sleeping. We may have had prejudices, you know? We may have had preconceived notions of what a man should be doing versus what a woman should be doing, or how a gay guy should be acting, or where a transgendered person should go to the bathroom. These are things that are fucking minimal, nominal bullshit, unimportant when it comes down to the grand scheme of things. And I mean, that's like the truth, guys. This is about the value of human life, our own and those around us. And it's not about like, oh, keep me safe first and then we'll deal with the rest. It's about partnerships and alliances. It's about realizing that we are all sort of in this human experience together. We are all here treading on this earth together. We are all here experiencing this together. And we all make a choice in how we handle ourselves, how we tread, and what sort of experience we create. And I think that when we listen to our spirit from this sort of three of wands card, we're going to find that it's actually more important to us to connect to those things in deeper ways moving forward through this whole situation and through probably the rest of this year. The number 3 also is just calling out to me of that idea of the mind, body, and spirit, the wholeness of that. The equality of that. These two hands are making me think of the body, honoring the body, you know. And then we have that triumphant success card, which is the underpinning energy, which is that clarity stone that we saw on Sunday, which is the mind. And then this being a spirit card. And you can always compare that, sort of, not to get too religious on you, but when you think about the Holy Trinity, there's also the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, right? So it's like bringing all of those aspects. There is that phrase in Christianity, which I don't really like to quote Christianity, because I feel like sometimes Christianity has been morphed into a control mechanism to make people live in fear, right? But there is that idea that all of us are made in the image of God. And I believe that. We all have divinity in us. We all have the power to sort of rise up to a higher version of ourselves whenever we choose to. And when we do that, we're able to offer this help to make this change, to offer this sort of alliance or partnership with others around us. It's like the phrase namaste, right? The God in me honors the God in you. And so it's sort of like being in gratitude of that space of being not only aware of the God that resides within our hearts, but also the God that resides in the heart of our brother, whether we understand their actions or not. Okay? Now, again, wow. So this is cellular collapse. Cellular collapse we just had earlier this week. This is about letting go of things that aren't working. This is about allowing the things that are causing you disease or distress, allowing them to collapse and change so that new things can be born. This light behind this red cell here is waiting to come forward, right? The cellular collapse always speaks of making those changes now, acknowledging those changes need to take place. If there's some of you that have really strong rooted prejudices or preconceived notions of who people are and what they need to be doing and how they need to be doing them, I would suggest letting them go. I would suggest finding new ways and means of dealing with those sort of notions, because those notions are not serving you and they're probably only making you sicker in the long run. I am going to read the definition for cellular collapse, and it's funny, it's still on that page. I kid you not, I just picked up the book. It's still on that page from the last time we got it. It says here, you have been at war with your body for too long. The hostility has been too much. Now is the time for every cell to heal and be well again on all levels. Accept the changes in your vibration and let go of what is making you sick in your life. You are worthy and wanting this transformation to happen, so accept it and invite it in now. So this is about letting go of the things that don't work, creating those new partnerships and alliances in your spirit, what feels right, what connects you, what makes you feel more whole, and letting go of those things that are blocking you, that are holding you back, be it fear, be it misery, anxiety, stress. Those things, those cells, those things need to collapse. They're not going to be able to exist in the new world that is about to take place after this is all said and done. It won't be in vibration with where this planet is heading, I feel like. And so this card is calling out and showing up a couple times this week, because we need to do the body scan. We need to meditate and go through our body and go, okay, where am I experiencing pain? Why am I experiencing that pain? What is that pain trying to show me? And then collapsing that pain and bringing about that change, or allowing for that change to take place, right? Allowing for that cell or that fear, that worry, that anger, whatever it is that we've been carrying through most of our lives to collapse and some new sort of form of light to shine through from our spirit. The grounding stone for today, our good old friend health. So we've seen health a lot this month too. This is about spiritual health, mental health, emotional health. Today is the day. Guys, we have those. I'm gonna just say, Sunday we had the underpinning energies of the sacral chakra, which is all of the emotions, and then we had the throat chakra, was the communication chakra. We've also seen the heart chakra this week. We've seen the third eye chakra this week. We've seen the crown chakra this week. This is about maintaining our own health, the health of our energetic system, the health of like sort of meditating and getting our mind in a right place, getting ourselves situated to a place to start to let go of the things that are no longer serving us so that we can move forward into these partnerships and alliances and be an asset to others versus being sort of in what's the word, in resistance to others. Okay, that is your Saturday forecast. I look forward to seeing what's going to go on this Sunday, which is the longer forecast, which will show us the underpinning energy for the rest of April. And then we will be picking our new deck soon over on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, please go over there. Sign up at, I believe it's the $7.77 level. You then get to choose which deck we use next month for the forecasts. Keep an eye on your health, guys. Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, vibrational health. Where are you vibrating at? Are you looking at things that are pissing you off? Are you looking at things that are making you sad? Are you focusing on things that you have no control over? If these are those things, you're not trusting your own spirit, you're not trusting spirit, you're not trusting your God or your universe or your higher power to see you through this. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope this makes sense. Please leave me a like, share, a comment, and subscribe. If you want a private reading, you can feel free to message me at my business page on Facebook. I am available. They're payable via PayPal and quite easy to book. And I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. Okay? So have a great day. I love you all. And thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.